When we travel to areas, we're always looking for these little, I just call them gifts. The gifts come in a number of different ways. Sometimes it's a restaurant, sometimes it's a vineyard, sometimes it's just fine, nice people that we meet along the way, museums, just interesting artifacts. And then these gifts of nature. So we're in Murphy, North Carolina, and one of these gifts that I'm experiencing today is what they call the river walk. And I'm here at the covered bridge. I'm a little further into the trail. We'll start back up here in the video just a little bit further up in just a few minutes. But this is just an amazing walk. It's beautiful down here along the river. And I can't wait to show you all the shots and the pretty views. It's a gorgeous day in July, early morning walk. Come on, this is gonna be fun. Oh, this is some kind of pretty. Starting here at the trail, right at the Lowe's over there in Bulldog Drive, they actually give you a map. But here, I'm gonna take this and show one here on the screen to kind of give you an idea where we're started. We are right here at Bulldog Drive, and right up by the high school, right up by Lowe's Improvement, by the soccer field. Now, there's 3 types of trails, actually, I guess 4 types, but 3 you can walk on. There's a paved walk, which we'll cross, and we'll probably see that. We're gonna do the gravel, mulch, bridge, and boardwalk services. I'm actually doing this, I'm just looking for a little bit more of a rustic experience. And then they have primitive trails, not many of them, but they've got a few of those here. And they also have canoe trails. So that's kind of cool, I think. So we're gonna start this. Visually, it's not much to look at yet. I know that that's going to change, although my first gift here are all these beautiful wildflowers. Look at that. And oh, the scent is fantastic. But there's a whole bit here. And again, this is not going to be the pretty part of the trail. We're going to get to it down here in a little bit. So we've had a ton of rain. First 2 weeks we were here, we've been in Murphy for a month. And the first 2 weeks rained every day, off and on, off and on, off and on. So I didn't know if we might have some issues with, you know, high water down here or a lot of mud. So far, so good. The area is relatively flat. This is the first little, we don't want to call it an incline. Oh, look, here we go. Can you imagine what this is going to look like come spring, come early summer? Mountain laurel, yeah, baby. Love this stuff. Now the trail really starts getting some pretty character. So I'm liking this so far. Oh, great views of the river now. Look at that. One thing to share about this trail, the maintainers, I don't know if it's the city, county, volunteers, maybe the whole list. Oh, they're doing a great job. It's clean, and you know, people aren't throwing trash around. That's so nice. And you know, they're keeping the grass cut, so you know, around the edge of the trail here where it does get grassy, like where I'm at right now. Yeah, and that makes it nice. See where the trail goes here. One of the things I'm noticing is that every so often I come up to these signs, and they're called Murphy Audio Tour, the Great State Road, and there's a QR code. I'm walking at too fast of a pace to really enjoy that. If I was slow down, I could probably pick up some of that. But I'm seeing these markers in several locations. I might catch one before I leave just to see what I hear. Kind of give you an idea of our progress. We have started right here, walked all down along the river here, and we have made it to this area right in here. So we've made a pretty good little distance here. And this is one of the canoe drop-off or beginnings that you can use here. So we're seeing that for the first time. This is the beginning or the end of a canoe trail, hence canoes. So folks are taking advantage of that today. And coming up here, we're going to get a bit of a shift in the trailhead. So this trail that we're on right now shares some of the paved for a short distance. So we'll take advantage of that, still along the river, and walk a tad on the pavement. And then we'll get back to the what they call the mulch, gravel, and bridge boardwalk area. And then we'll get just a few short minutes of this. Still pretty. The area I'm walking in now is referred to as the wetlands. I can see why they call it that. I would imagine that, you know, during really bad storms, really heavy rain, this, you know, area around in here probably gets a little damp. I talked with someone earlier up at the campground, and they tried to do this about a week or so ago and said, you know, a good bit of it had a lot of standing water on it. So I'm not seeing that today. We haven't had any substantial rain probably in about a week now. So, you know, I'm guessing whatever is on the trail's gone. I'm really enjoying the way the trail shifts and views and so forth. Here, a woodpecker off in the distance. But here you go. You can see this. You can see how it changed again. Again, we're walking right here along the edge of the river, what they call the wetlands. And more than likely they put gravel here just because it does get wet from time to time. But more of these little audio tours here. The invasive plants. You can get an idea how high the river is. I would imagine at other times of the year, those trees probably aren't in the water. Look at this. Some kind of pretty. I heard there was a covered bridge. There is. Look at this. This is neat. Haven't seen many people on the trail. This is some of the first. Hey y'all.
How you doing?
You just became YouTube stars. Look at this, isn't this pretty? Hey Pup. Oh, I'm not gonna bother you. You're camera shy, aren't you? Look at that. Isn't that pretty? That is really nice. Look at this.
Hold on, I gotta get mine.
Look at this pretty creek feeding the river. That is nice. And what I always suspected when I first started this trail, and it's come true. We'll be on the lookout. I know he's around here somewhere. There he is. Where is he at? But look at this. This is a really nice area. Really neat area. Look at that. All right. On down the trail we go. It's pretty. We're walking down from the covered bridge. You saw that just a few minutes ago. The whole area has changed again. There's just so much variety to this trail that's just making it so much fun. Look at this. This is one of those unique spots where if you wanted to, you could just come and, you know, sit right here and enjoy the beautiful view. Beautiful view. Look at this. Look at the look over there in the distance. The old bridge. I guess it's a road bridge. I'm not sure. Yeah, I see cars on it. Old bridge. But look at the river. It's really high. And then you have these bridges and things all over the place. Look at there. There's a swing over there. And I want to share this with you. I'm not sure who Edward Manchester is, if any of you know who this individual is, but it says, for your leadership, inspiration, dedication to the Murphy river walk. Mr. Manchester, thank you very much, because I am certainly enjoying it. Look at this view, it's gorgeous. So pretty. And I wasn't sure if I would see anyone along the trail. It's a Monday morning. I didn't think it might be many people here, but there's quite a few. Look at this. Oh, pretty picture. Look at that. So we're on this little stretch of bridge. I can't. I think I've got a squirrel up there trying to bombard me with some acorns. And look at this. So we've got this great little bridge area here, right on the edge of the water. I love this. Again, the character of the trail has changed. Along with the mountain laurel, I'm seeing rock formations. Pretty. Wow. More bridge. And more pretty river. Look at that. So I'm coming from that section of the trail right about there. Came up underneath this railroad bridge. I saw it back in the video a little further back, but I've actually got a better view of this. This is an abandoned rail. It hadn't been used in a long time, but look at the character of this beautiful old bridge. Would you look at that right over the river? And the river is really high. It just adds to some of the beauty that we're seeing here. Look at that cool bridge. One of the nice things about being down here by the river is there's a little breeze coming off the water. And again, it's middle of July. It can be a little warm, but it's dropped the temperature down considerably. But I've got to show you this little walkway that we're at right here. This is beautiful. Look at this. Look at this right along the edge of the water. Isn't this pretty? Wow, this is something. I'm just loving this. Here under a big bridge, but the whole area has changed considerably. Look at this. Look at the houses up there on top of the hill. Can you make them out? Right across that ridge line. That's a nice spot. Let's walk on down here and just see. I mean, we're really right on the edge of the river now. So this whole trail just continues to change and looks. Wow, we can really see the river now. Look at this. I mentioned this earlier. One of the things I'm enjoying so much about this trail is just all the different shifts and views. I mean, we go from walking under power lines to thick, heavy, wooded areas. Then walking across bridges to get across, you know, kind of high water, swampy area. And then we come up to these, this magnificent area of these just great river views. They're really spectacular. Look at this. Wow. Really something. Look at that. I will mention this to you if you want more of that, you know, wilderness walk. Don't do it after high rains. Every primitive trail I've seen so far, at least off this trek, is underwater. So you might want to stick to paved or this gravel, you know, bridge, mulch area, and might make your little trek a little more enjoyable. I'm sorry, I keep looking around. It's just such a pretty trail. Now we're coming up on the edge of town on the trail now. Starting to see some interesting buildings, old period buildings. Isn't it pretty? I don't know what that is. You can see the abandoned railroad tracks here. But that's neat. Looks like we've got a little addition off to the side. Would love to know the history about that. See the old depot? Let's walk over there. I don't know if it's open, but we'll go take a peek. Come on, let's go look. Now, something I think you'll find interesting is down at the campground where we're at, there's some old railroad tracks. They're abandoned. And this is where they come up. They come up through here. You can actually see where they come up, and we're going to have an abrupt end right here. And you can tell by that tree growing there, they hadn't been used in a long time. And then you can see the old remnants of the bridge pylons down there from the rail bridge from a long time ago. Nice piece of history. Well, here we are. We have finished the trail, at least this end. There's still some loops. There's a few other places that we could go, but I'm gonna call this the end. It's been quite a lengthy walk. I'll give you kind of a heads up because this is not a loop. Where I started up at Lowe's and where I've ended here in town along the river is just a straight shot, so I've got to walk that back again, but that's okay. I'm going to get to maybe kind of catch up and see a few things that I missed on the way down. You'll see behind me the old train depot, pretty. And this has been a great walk. Right up behind me up there, this is Hiawassee Street, I think, and Tennessee crosses up there, Chevelle's, so downtown area is right up behind me. So we're going to go back the way we came, and I'll kind of give you an idea of what the total walk was like when I get back up to the truck. Let's go. Made it back to the truck. Lowe's is right over there. High school, there's the football field is right over there. Matter of fact, they're putting lines out. Must be getting ready for a game here soon. 5.5 miles from the Lowe's here all the way to, I think that's Hiawassee Road there at the bridge, right there at the train depot. So from here to the train depot and back, 5.5 miles, just a fraction under 11,000 steps. Good morning walk. I don't know, 3-ish hours, a little less than that maybe. And I stopped along the way, took lots of pictures, smelled the wonderful aromas and of everything that was in bloom. It's just really a fantastic trip. There may be some of you that said, oh Jerry, those are beautiful views. I'd love to be able to do that. I can't do 5.5 miles. Here, I'll put up this map, and you can see on the map there are a number of spots all along this trail with public parking that you can walk down to the river, or you can take little teeny loops. I saw so many families doing that. And you can enjoy this beautiful scenery that maybe, I'm not sure who is responsible for this, the city of Murphy or Cherokee County, or there's trail keepers. For all of you who have made this contribution and hard work to provide this beautiful trail through the river and down along the bottom of the town, thank you so much. What a wonderful gift to those who live in the area and for those of us who travel here. Thank you. Thank you for a fantastic gift of nature. It's just absolutely beautiful. We love doing this, and we love sharing with you. Look, go out to ilovervlife.com. You'll see today's blog. If you want to download the trail map, I've provided a link that the city here has created to where you can actually download that before you come into the area and kind of plan out your day while you're here. It really is a beautiful way to spend a morning or a cool afternoon. I think you'd enjoy it very much. I love doing this. Yeah, you're right. I love RV life too.